Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back to online English lesson for SMP or MTS grade 8 with me Heru Haryadi. In this video, we are going to discuss about materials entitled What Did You Do Yesterday? In this case, we are going to discuss about simple past tense. Before we start the lesson for today, let's say the dua together. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Raditu billahi robba, wabil islami dina, wabi muhammadin nabiyya wa rasulah. Rabbi zidni ilma, warzuqni fahma, waja'alni min ibadika salihin. Well, in this first slide, we are going to talk about reflection. What we have learned in the last video, that is about degrees of comparison that focus on how to compare person, animals, and things. But now in this video, we are going to discuss about simple past tense. Alright, simple past tense. In this video lesson, we start to learn about simple past tense, start from the general information about simple past tense itself, and then the rules, how we use simple past tense in a sentence, and then also examples. I also provide the examples in this video. And the learning objectives. So after you watch this video, I hope you are able to use verbs in the form of past form in a sentence. And the second one, you are able to ask and give information about past events. Well, students, have you known before about simple past tense? Okay, let's start the explanation. The first one, it is used to tell about an event happened in the past. So students, if you want to talk about your experience or your activity that happened in the past, you can use these rules, that is simple past tense. The regular verb used in past tense is verb plus ed. I'll give you the example later. The third one, if the verb ends in a consonant, add ed. For example, visit, so you have to change it into visited. And work, you have to change it into worked. Number 4, if the verbs end in e, add d. For example, decide. So you can change this verb into decided. Another example, arrive. You can change it into arrived. So you see here in this word, in this verb is end in e, decide, e. So in this case, you have to change this verb into decided. Next, if the verb ends in y after a consonant, change the y to I and add ed. For example, cry. You can see in this verb cry, C-R-Y. This word ends in y, and before y here there is a consonant R, cry. So you have to change cry here into cried with I-E-N-D. In the same case, happen to try. Try, you can change it into tried with I-E-N-D. Alright, the next explanation is about types of sentence that related to simple past tense. So you can use simple past tense in the form of affirmative sentence, negative sentence, and the last one, interrogative sentence. Okay, I'll give you the explanations one by one, starting from the affirmative sentences. Okay, what is affirmative sentences? I'll give you the example here. He usually visits me on Saturday, but last week he visited me on Sunday. Okay, please have a look to this sentence, students. Here I'll give you the difference between simple past tense and simple present tense. And the sentence that with underline here, it called as simple past tense. Why do I say this sentence called as simple past tense? You can see this sentence, last week he visited me on Sunday. Last week he visited, so the verb here you can use a second verb or past form, visited with ed. So it different with the first sentence, visits, because it's happen regularly. Usually, he usually visits me on Saturday. It means that every Saturday he visits me. Yeah, something like that. So this sentence is quite different, the first one and the second one. He usually visits me on Saturday. And the second one, but last week he visited me on Sunday. Last week and usually. So how we use the verb here is different. The second sentence, the baby usually cries at midnight, but last night she cried at 1 a.m. You can see the difference between the first sentence and the second sentence. The baby usually cries at midnight. Usually. And the second sentence, last night she cried at 1 a.m. Last night she cried. So the second sentence here called as simple past tense. Okay, the next type of sentence, this called as negative. For example, Bayu always walks to school, but she didn't walk to school yesterday. The same like the previous example here, I'll make the difference between simple past tense and simple present tense. Yeah, the sentence with underline here called as simple past tense. Yeah, she didn't walk to school yesterday. So this activity happened yesterday, but it different with the first sentence. She always walks to school. Always means that every day he always walks to school, but the difference here, she didn't walk to school yesterday. Yeah, something like that. Okay, the second example, the children always play football in the afternoon, but they didn't play football this afternoon. Okay, you can see the word, the sentence with underline here, it's called as simple past tense. But they didn't play football this afternoon. The verb in this sentence is did. Oh, sorry, play. But they didn't play football this afternoon. The verb in the sentence is play. Okay, please have a look to the first sentence. The children always play football in the afternoon. The first sentence is quite different with the second sentence. Why? Because here the sentence use always. It means that the children, every day play football in the afternoon. The next type of the sentence is interrogative sentence or question. Please have a look to the example. Did Rick finish his job on time? Did Rick finish his job on time? And the answer, yes, he did. Or if you want to answer with no, no, he did not. Something like that. The second example, did they study English yesterday? Did they study English yesterday? No, they didn't. They studied math. Yeah, there are some exceptions that related to simple past tense. There are some verbs that cannot added with ed. Those verbs are called irregular verbs. Yeah, here the example: am, is, the past form was, are, the past form is were, teach, the past form taught, catch, the past form caught, drink, drank. So you can see the difference between the first column and the next column here. Teach, not teach it with ed, no, but this word has their own form: teach, taught, catch, caught, drink, drank. Alright students, please look at the example below. Here I have the example in the form of dialogue, so you can understand how we use simple past tense in your daily life. Okay, this dialogue is between Vita and Sinta. I will read this dialogue for you. Hi Sinta, what did you do in your previous holiday? I went to Bali with my family. And you? Bali? Wow, it's interesting. I just stayed at home, Vita. Why? Because my mom was sick. I'm so sorry to hear that. It's okay. By the way, what did you do there? I went to Tanah Lot. I bought some souvenirs and took many pictures there. Was Tanah Lot interesting? Yes, of course. Next time, I want to go there too. Well, students, after I read this dialogue for you, let's identify which verb. Please find the verb in this dialogue. Okay, let's find it together. The verb in this dialogue. So, yeah, let's start to the first sentence. What did you do in your previous holiday? What did you do? Yeah, this call as question, and the verb here is do. Why do here use the first form? Because this sentence, this question is already used did in this sentence. Did. So after did, you have to use first verb. Okay. The second sentence, I went to Bali with my family. I went to Bali with my family. So the verb here is went. Okay. The next one, Bali, wow, it's interesting. I just stayed at home. So please have a look to this sentence. I just stayed at home. What do you think, students? Please find the verb in this sentence. Yeah, the verb is stayed with ed. Next, because my mom was sick. Because my mom was sick. So you can see in this sentence the verb was. Yeah. Next, I'm so sorry to hear that. Okay, there is no simple past tense. It is not simple past tense form. So we jump to the next sentence. What did you do there? What did you do there? Yeah, it's called. It's also called as simple past tense in the form of question. You see the verb is do. Yeah. In this sentence, the same case with the first sentence here. Why did you do? Yeah, the verb here use the first verb because there is a word did here. So after did, you have to use first verb. Okay, next. I went to Tanah Lot. I went to Tanah Lot. The verb is went. When is the second verb of go. Why this sentence do not use go? I go to Tanah Lot, no, but this sentence use when because this activity already happened in the past. Yeah, so this sentence use when. I went to Tanah Lot. Next, I bought some souvenirs and took many pictures there. The verb is bought. Bought is the second verb of buy, membeli. I bought some souvenirs and took many pictures there. In this sentence, use bought because this activity already happened in the past. Was Tanah Lot interesting? Okay, this sentence use was because this is in the form of simple past tense, that is question. Okay, next time I want to go there. Yeah, this is not simple past tense because the verb here is verb 1. Yeah, this is simple present tense. Okay, students, I hope you understand about the materials about simple past tense. So, in conclusion, if we want to talk about something that already happened in the past, you can use simple past tense. That is, you have to understand how to change the verb from the verb 1 into verb 2. Yeah, like I just stayed at home, so you can change stay with stayed, and then buy with bought, go with went, something like that. Next, yeah, this is it's time to do the exercise. Read the dialogue below to answer the question in Google Classroom. So here I already provide the dialogue between Jim and Sally. You have to read this dialogue yourself, and after you read this dialogue, you can answer the question in Google Classroom. Well, students, this is the end of the video lesson about simple past tense. Yeah, if we talk about simple past tense, it means that if you want to make a sentence about your activity that already happened in the past, you can use this rule. That's called as simple past tense. Yeah, I hope you can understand all the materials in this video. Don't be shy to ask to me in Google Classroom if you feel you still face difficulties by watching this video. Yeah, don't forget to keep studying at home, and also don't forget to do your assignment. Thank you for your attention. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you on the next video.